So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the mobile part of the application now. So I'm just going to open up a new area here, or a new window on Visual Studio. And I'll just open up Terminal. And I'm just going to stop this other server there so it doesn't make my computer lag right now. And we're just going to go to the desktop and we'll do Expo init. We'll do mobile example. So it looks like Expo has not been recognized. So let me just double check here. Let's try npm install -g global or g expo -cli, because it looks like Expo has not been installed yet on my computer. So let me try creating an Expo file, a folder again, and see if it works. Okay, so we'll just make it blank for right now. So what I'm doing is I'm just downloading the Android Studio just because I don't have it yet on my computer, but if you need it, there is Android Studio online you can download. So I'm just going to restart Expo right now so then I could see if the Android Studio works. So then I could see if Android Studio works on my computer now. So it looks like it's not working right now on my actual computer, so you'll just have to test it out on your own computer with your phone. I'll have to get this fixed later. But essentially what we're going to be doing, because you can still see the results on your phone as well. Let's just double check here. Let's run it. And if I run this with the phone, I have my iPhone, I have Expo installed on there, and then I could try testing this out. Alright, so once that's done and you run it, it should show up on your phone. It shows up on mine, so I'm able to see the starter boiler template here. So what we want to do is we want to actually try moving things over, and we want to see all that API and the animation on our actual screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to open up a new window, because we have to change a few of the tags, of course, when we're transferring from desktop to mobile. So what we're going to install is npx expo install React Native screens and React Native safe area context. And if you guys are having trouble with actually connecting your mobile application to your actual devices, there is a tunnel that you'll be able to use. So let me just show you after it's done downloading. So what we're going to do is what you can actually do is you can do expo start -- tunnel in order for this to work, in case you are not able to get your mobile application to work. And this will add the tunnel. Well, you have to go to your package.json here, and what we're going to actually do is, what you'd have to do is, if you add the tunnel, you would have to do, right beside your Expo start is do -- tunnel, and then that way it'll be able to find it and connect. But before I start going through, actually I'll test it at Expo, start -- tunnel. I'll test it out just to make sure there are no issues. So it looks like it just needs to download something, so I'll just say yes. Alright, perfect. It still works on my iPhone. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to start moving over the code to the actual areas we need. So there are a few more things that we should install first, and I'm going to add paper provider because it works with mobile devices. So what I'll do is I'll do yarn add React native paper at 5.0.0-RC.8, and this is located on the actual React Native website as well. This is I'll show you, this is actually located on the React Native paper website as well, and you can just start adding all these or installing all these items onto your package. So now what we need to do is, right here I'll show you, this is the React Native paper. I went to React Native paper website and I just clicked on getting started, and this is what we initially installed right here. We installed React Native paper, and then I just installed the icons because we're going to add some icons later, and then here I'm just going to add this to our Babel. We should have a Babel file. I'll double check, but let's go back over there to our other screen. So right here, babel.config.js, and we want to paste all of this in here, like this. So we got this replaced in here in the babel.config.js. Save that. And one more thing we need to add is the React Native animatable. This is going to be for the animation that we will add onto it. So we'll just do this, npm I React Native animatable, and then we will just add this. Okay, now that we have everything installed, we can go into our actual files. So let's go to app.js, and right here we're going to just comment out the styles that are here. We will not need this right now, and we're going to actually add the paper provider around everything because paper provider is required in order to be used everywhere. So paper provider has to be the main tag that surrounds everything, and we're going to have a navigation container. And we'll have a stack.navigator. And we're going to add a home screen really soon. And we also want to add another page. We will add a stack.screen name equals Ghibli. So these just represent the two pages that we will be creating. We have an animation screen. And in order for this to work, we do have to add a stack at the top in order for this to work. And we're going to add our screens quickly. just make a new folder called screens, and we're going to do animation.js. And we'll add home.js. So I'm just adding in the boilerplate template right now. So we're just going to have a button, and the button will navigate to the next page. So let's click on this animation here. So we'll add the content into here as well. So we are just transferring over all the information now from our other web application. So if I open up the actual web version, I'm just going to transfer over the Ghibli part. So we're still grabbing in all the information, and now we need to actually change a few things. What I'm going to do actually is right below, we're going to actually add this in manually. We'll do return, and we need to change all the divs we had into views, and the buttons are now the capitalized button on press. It's not on click anymore. So right now we're just calling that Ghibli movies that we've created at the top there. So based on our API, we're going to map through everything. And we'll get the actual individual movies and whatever key it is. So we'll just represent it as O and I. So I'm just adding a little bit of animation so you guys could play around with all the different numbers as well. So just 1,000, it's like 1 second times I is the position. So after like the first position, it's 0, but then it's 1. So then times that by 1, it'll be 1 second delay. Then times it by 2, then it'll be 2-second delay. So it slowly starts populating every single second. So we still want that open there, and we need to make this closing tag for animatable. And I'm just going to add the card here, just a few items, so then you can see this populate on your actual mobile device. So card.title. So I'm just grabbing the same information, the title and the original title. Alright, so we have all of the code now set up. Don't worry, I'm going to save all this on GitHub as well, so you guys could check to see in case you are missing anything. And I'll just run this now to double check it works on my mobile device. So I'll just Expo start this with the tunnel. Okay, so it looks like the tunnel for me is not really working. So it's just going back to the default. So the tunnel is only used because the school computers were having issues. So if you're using the school computers, you may have to use it this way. Let me refresh this. It kind of squished that entire code. So let's do Expo start. So it's just loading now on my my Apple. It's just loading now on my Apple device. Alright, so Stack Navigator was improperly labeled. Let us go back here. Stack Navigator. Okay, there we go. So let me rerun this here. Okay, so looks like we just forgot to add the imports at the top right here. So we just need to add a few things. We need to add the navigation container. We should have all of these added to the top of our page, and we'll save that. And we'll have to and we just need to change this to an uppercase P provider. So let me just rerun this server. Okay, looks like I'll need to install a few more dependencies. Let's see if this helps right here. Okay, so some of the packages might need to be updated, but it should work still. Okay, so it looks like it's just not did not download the two things that I still need still. So let me just check here. Alright, let's try running it one more time. Okay, so we just need to install Axios now. So I'm going to have to change this. So instead of this one, I'm going to have to install the other one. So I'll just do the yarn add. Alright, let's try npx expo start. Okay, so I'm just re-adding the navigation here. Alright, so let us start Expo again. Okay, so it looks like it's almost working. I just misspelt one word here. So all I had to do was just make sure I spelled scroll view properly. I fixed that. So now it should work. All this code will be on GitHub as well. So I'll post a link to where all this code will be. This one should work now. If we just do Expo start now. So right here we got the QR code, just scan it with Expo on your phone. And it'll just take a few seconds to bundle it together, and it works now on my phone. So this code is ready to work on your mobile application. So there's a button, just go to animation, and then when you click on Get at Ghibli Movies, then all of the information will start populating here in the terminal because we console logged it, but also on your mobile application that we just created. And you'll see a list of all the information of the different movies with the image, the title, original title, and description below. And it'll slowly start to populate one at a time based on the animation that we have created. So I will post this entire code for both the mobile and the web on GitHub, so you guys are able to see the code and copy it as well, or just see if you had any bugs anywhere. You'll be able to reference this code as well.